Warm up. That was a warm up. Yes. Yeah. Moving in just fortress like it's NOIA. I don't even need the army. Why?
What's going on? Lozard back at it one more time. Hey, we got another video, man. We got some good stuff cooking up, you know what I'm saying, here today. It's Friday. Hopefully everyone is enjoying their Friday evening, afternoon. Hopefully it's safe. Hopefully everybody plays safe. Shoot, man, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the word for this week, well, let me put it like this. The word for this week for myself and last week as well for me and my son and my daughter was peace, right? So I give them a word. It's specified words. You know, we ain't got to get too deep into that, but specified words, definitions, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Words that we focus on for, you know, a certain amount of time. And reread the word, understand the understanding of the word, the breakdown of the word, what the word means. Are we seeing it applied in life, either from myself, people apart from ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm giving these understandings to my youngest, then, you know, are they seeing it from adults? What adults? Which adults? Are they seeing it from their teachers? Are they seeing, you know, where are they coming into contact with this particular word? So the word for this week and last week was peace. You know, it's a lot going on in the world, so I thought that was poignant. However, we got to jump into it. Let's jump into it, man. Look. There's a lot of stuff trending online. Some people live online, some people don't, right? But a lot of people live online, and this is their brand. As you can see right here in this picture, it says Harmless Harvest. I think that's the bottle that the woman is holding right there. And so we're going to jump into who this woman is, if you don't know already, but we're going to get into it. First, I want to, you know, jump into the video. Let's get caught up to speed with what we're going on, you know, with what is going on and what we're about to be talking about today. Let's unmute that. Make sure the speed is on point. Hold on, so we catch the words. Let's jump into it real quick, though. This Lozard again, man. Let's jump into it, man. Like, share, subscribe. We're going to get into it.
It's stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got a OnlyFans page. I don't disrespect that comes with it. That you could have talked to me before you did it. That's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. But you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad when you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
You know he on live right now.
Mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book.
Look at bro.
You knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
I
knew
thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
That's a wrap.
Everything did change.
I ain't caping.
No, it had to. I had to do something.
That's the situation. You got to get smart.
You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
But no,
it don't matter what they break you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
Run that.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
Yeah, he tired.
So now you know.
She counted to 3 on his head.
Now I know.
Okay.
She treated him like a big baby.
And so? Whatever. I'm been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
Yeah. So we had to get to it right there. Hold on. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it one more time. So that's interesting. That's interesting. The former first round draft pick, Joe Smith, man, played for the Warriors. He played, man, he did his thing in the league. You know what I'm saying? He was a starter slash rotational player. He had abilities that, somebody had his skill set, his size, 6'10". Many people didn't, have that, right? He could shoot the mid range. He could, he could give you about like 8 boards, rebounds or whatever. Savvy player, set a solid pick. You know what I'm saying? Like get his shooters open. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, like, put some respect on his name. However, we do got to look at the facts, though. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that woman had a gripe. Her gripe was, or it is, justifiable in the ranks of individuals that see it as justifiable. And you just got to keep it a buck like that, right? So, I mean, I don't know, man. When it really come down to it, we got to really get down to it. But I think, like, the most important thing about it, though, is that, like, there is, like, 1, 2, 3 sides to every story. For real. And I think that this is an opportunity to go viral. Some people are saying this is a skit. Man, a lot of things are skits nowadays. I think people's real lives are skits, on social media. At least that's what it appears sometimes. I'm not like, jumping off a bridge when I say that or nothing like that. Like, it's for real. Like, if you just, open up an app, see what's going on. But what I'm saying, though, is that it could have been a skit. Can't knock that. Just to get an OnlyFans popping. But what respectable man would want his husband popping that shit on OnlyFans? I'm gonna be honest with you. What respectable man? You could be a Andrew Tate type nigga and you want to get that money out. You can get that back. You see that chick as a bad. Okay, cool. Or you could be a lover boy and shit like that. Be like Drake and shit like that. You can do all that. I ain't gonna say savage because then they came out with an album called Lover Boy. So, or no, Drake did, right? I don't know what the name of the album is. I can't even call it right now. They had some album. Hold on, let me look it up real quick, just so I don't speak no wrong shit. Hold on, 21 Savage Drake album. What's the title of that shit? Cause I ain't check it out, obviously. Calling for you. What the fuck is that? Oh, hold on. We're gonna get to it. We still got a whole lot of information we're gonna get through. But I just want to pick this up real quick. Hold on. Her loss. Oh man, wow. Damn. Sometimes I'll be thinking about this shit before I be putting it together. So I'm looking through this shit. And so the shit say her loss. So let's jump into it. Shout out to man, this my shit right here. Come and talk to me, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Cameron, Mason Beta, we're gonna rise to the average type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they got the young lady, the beautiful young lady, brown skinned young lady. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me for real? They know I got a affinity, towards caramel brown and dark skinned brown women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Yeah, though. Shit, I'm here. Come find me, goddammit. But for real though, this young lady is doing her thing, and shout out to her. Stat, I believe her name is. But I want to jump into this video right here because again, it highlights a little bit more of what the actual wife in this circumstance was really thinking. She did one interview prior that basically gave some sense of remorse. Like, damn, like Joe Smith is bugging out, like, because motherfuckers is seeing that thing, you know what I'm saying, bust open, like, for $5.99, whatever the price is, you know what I'm saying, for Buddy, right? And so, that's not cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the circumstances is, they put as a household. Marriage is different, families are different, parents are different. Unfortunately, nowadays, there's a lot going on. It's agendas in the schools, and I'm in Chicago, so CPS, you know. So you got to be vigilant over your children. You do got to check their phone every now and again. I ain't that type of parent, but I got to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to like snoop. I'm going to ask them straight up what's going on, and I want to give them the real. And if they don't give me the real, they going to have to stand on it then. You know what I'm saying? My son more so than my daughter, but my daughter too, got to press her to that limit too. You know what I'm saying? Just so, she don't get out here and know that, she think everything is cotton candy. I won't want that. Right. But let's jump into it, man. This is deep, man. I think that this is a teachable lesson. Let's get into it.
Moving on to Ain't No Way, where we talk about the hottest things that have happened this week. So
let's slow it down. Hold on.
Ain't no way Joe Smith left his wife after finding out she had an OnlyFans. So I know y'all have seen the video of Joe Smith and his wife arguing over the fact that she has an OnlyFans. But the thing is, some of the things people are saying are true. So I figured instead of telling y'all what I think, why don't we ask the source? So today I'm joined with a very special guest, Keisha Chavez. Hi. How are you?
Oh, hi, Trevor. Hi, how are you?
Joining the show today.
She didn't know what was about to happen.
Thank you for having me.
So
Hey, Keish, how you doing? Camera on here too as well. How you feel?
Yeah.
Why you sound
So the first question I want to ask is, how would you like to be addressed?
I'm joking.
As Kiss.
As
Basically,
Kiss.
everybody calls me Kiss. Yes.
Kiss. Okay, got it. Okay. So I'm sure you've seen, obviously, your video go viral. So I really wanted to give you the opportunity to basically explain your viewpoint of it and a little bit about what happened in that video before we get into the questions.
Okay. Well, y'all didn't see what was going on prior to me starting to record. So we were already having an argument about how he found out about my OnlyFans. There was someone that he was talking to that I felt, did that. So that's where we were. And then he's like, no, I had to find out on the fly, whatever. And that's when I was like, whatever.
Got it. Okay, so did you feel like he was coming on to you a little bit strong? Like, how was your initial reaction? Because I mean, I feel like the way you address things are very calm, but like, did it take you off guard, or like, did you see it happening? Like, what was kind of your thought process?
About his reaction, like how he was reacting?
Yes.
I felt like if it continued on, like it was just getting out of hand. And I just wanted to,
Was it about the term? Was it about the term violent?
No, he's not violent. I just don't like to argue with him that much.
Yeah, I get it.
But it wasn't even about the argument. I was just being petty at that point.
Got
That's really what it was. I mean, in all honesty, I was just being an ass.
Okay. So you were the one who originally posted the video, right? Do you regret making the video, or are you still like, I stand by what I said?
Because it had an adverse effect with how he's dealing with me right now. I regret that. But as far as how my OnlyFans is, sorry. I'm just saying, like, this is something that's good for him right now. He just needs to bring his ass home and stop playing with me.
So you try to get him to come back home?
He needs to come back home.
Okay. So you guys have not been in contact.
I had to leave that little pause right there just so everybody could catch up to what was just said, or at least what was just heard, right? Should we call Cap, or should we just see, just let that ride through, I'm going to call Cap. That's why I paused it right there. She want Buddy to come home. She want to act it like that, right? But the thing about it, though, is that, like, it's just like how you be having certain people put up videos and stuff like that online where they say, like, celebrities or individuals who be at these award shows. I'm not one for the award shows, but be at these award shows and they be thanking God and their Lord and Savior and the Most High, and certain people who hear that, who have a connectivity, they be like who you talking about? Really? Who you talking to? Really? Like, for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so and it's not even the ones who be those Baptists that be in the South that be talking about, like, even like, Jesus Christ, in another, like that revival that they had in Kentucky earlier this year. Man, I'm gonna review that video. That shit was kind of eerie to me when I saw that. And then a few months later, nigga, like Israel got bombed and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the Alabama brawl and shit. So whatever their revival was, I wonder what it was about. But that shit was different. But what I'm saying though is that like when this woman, basically stated like, yeah, she want him to come home. Like, was she talking to her husband Joe Smith or something? Like, for real, like, who is she saying come home? Like, but you know what? We got to think about it like this, because some women do have these orbiters that are always there. Some of them may be suitable. Some of them may be just for her likability and attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? She just wants the attention of it. Even if she's in a circumstance with a man. Those situations are way dicey. You don't fuck with those. But still, we know that to be true, right? So with that being the case, I wonder who she was talking to. Let's jump back into it, man. We ain't gonna make this in a long video.
Since the video went viral.
No, he left like the day after or something like that.
Okay. So basically, before I have Cam ask some of his questions, because I like to have a man versus woman perspective. Right now, with that video, obviously, you want him to come back home. But what do you feel like is the biggest misconception people have about you right now since that video was released?
I'm sorry. I made a pause at the wrong space right there. She has some good questions, honestly. I think she's, she's an upcoming journalist. Stat, she dope. And she asked a tough question right there. She asked a direct question, but it was a softball. It was a softball question. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gave it a softball toss. Like, it should be an easy one for her, right? She did that as a journalist, but she still have to do her job. So she gave her a softball question should be easy to get a response. So that's how Stat is looking at it. The wife of Joe Smith, she probably probably didn't anticipate it. She probably didn't have a list of questions prior to the interview. Probably not. Just a few texts, or at least a text about what the conversation will be about or whatever. But it probably wasn't in depth. So when she gave her that type of question, now let's look at the response and see what, the lady speaks.
A lot of people think that I ran through his money and now I'm on some, BS, but that's not the case. That's one of the biggest misconceptions right now for me that I'm having an issue with, because I've been, with him through his ups and, like through his mostly downs, really. Like he hasn't, been who he was that everybody else knows. You know what I mean? So I've been with him through his darkest time and his lowest financial time.
Right.
So yeah, it's a misconception that I'm a gold digger, because that's not it. If I was, I wouldn't have been here 13 years down there.
Got it. 100%. So in just like a reverse scenario standpoint, right? If you were to find out that he had an OnlyFans, would you be upset?
Let's pause right there. Hold on. She said she wouldn't have been there for 13 years. If she was meaning that out of all 13 years, he probably wasn't a max deal receiving first round draft pick, or at least valuable component to a team type player, max money player, right? So all 13 years, no. Hell, 13 years is a Hall of Famer's career. Whether he's a first draft or not, second round pick or not, G League player or not, if they get them a max, or if they get them a contract, you know what I'm saying, they got some M's in it. They got, a substantial $750K or something like that, Something you can stretch and make work if you want to, right? I don't know what that statement was implying. Was it implying that he was supposed to get $25 million a year for 13 years? I mean, you got to think about it. If he got into the league around about 23, I could look up the stats right now, but I'm just saying, like, I recall when Joe was doing his playing days and stuff like that, I was always an NBA fan. But what I'm saying though is that, like, whatever year, whatever his, because again, like the rookie contract, even adjusted, between the 2000s, the 2010s and stuff like that. So whatever you got, I think he was a 90s first round pick, And so with that being the case, you still got to look at it. $5 million a year for 13 years is not LeBron, right? You know, Kwame Brown, respect to the brother, but he was a first round draft pick. He wasn't getting $25 million a year for 13 years. He played, a decade in the league. Pain, family wanting tickets, scheming, folks on you. I ain't talking about women. I'm talking about business folk. I'm talking about whoever. And so I'm pretty sure that lifestyle is filled with all of those individuals that you have to look out for. With that being the case, you're not going to keep $25 million. The IRS, you're not going to keep $25 million in your bank account for 13 years straight. If that's what you getting out, off your checks only, you know what I'm saying? Your game checks and stuff. Whether he's investing in, whether he's building brands and businesses, whether he's an ambassador for something, whatever, how he gets some extra money or, hell, run a daycare, his wife run a daycare or something like where they keep the kids, you know what I'm saying, and teach them, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But if that wasn't accomplished, then when it really come down to it, he's not making $25 million a year. But she said it though. Let's go.
No, I actually kind of made one for him, but
She made that nigga.
So how did that turn out? Like, what's going on? Like,
well, nothing
Why
is
she make
going
that
on
nigga
with it.
OnlyFans?
Like it just,
Give me
I'm
this.
just if I have a video of us, if I choose to use it, I'm able to tag him,
Got
so I can use the video because you have to, but I haven't used it.
got it. Okay, so this is where I kind of want to have the male versus woman
Hold on. She made this nigga OnlyFans so she can tag him in a video just in case. Let's keep going.
debate. So I do have Cam here, basically, so he can ask you some questions.
I'm not
you can ask
debating
some
anything.
questions.
I'm just
Well,
asking
not like a
some
debate, but
questions.
like, different perspectives. So I'm curious to see, kind of the differences in what you.
Hey, shout out Cameron, man. He had to jump in right there and bring some order to it. Let's jump into it.
I didn't know what Kiss came from. I was just asking. I'm learning a lot about you in the last couple of days.
Artist.
Got you. So
Yeah.
I was, during the post that went viral, you said to Joe, you knew what I was doing when you met me. And I didn't know exactly what you were doing before he met you. So before he met you, what were you doing when you was referring to that?
Actually, I was doing music, but prior to that, from 1990 or 1989 is when I did my first film.
She said she was a singer. Was she an IG singer? Like, no, for real though. Like, come on, like IG models and shit. Like, she said that in another country, she was big. So it could have been for reasons we don't know, and why though? Because she has more to her resume. Let her speak.
But from 1990 to 2006 is when I did my films. I have a very short film videography of films, but it was a long career span.
No shade, and no shade to this black woman. No shade to this black woman. Let me say this one more time, 3 times, like I'm motherfucking Umar or something like that. Dr. Umar. No shade to this black woman, right? But did you just say she was spreading them cheeks, nigga? Let's go.
So I met him in 2012 and 2006. I moved to Germany. I quit doing adult videos and I started doing music.
No, I just want the viewers to know, because when we talked about this.
Yeah, but I want to just give you a chronological timeline so you understand how it went. I wasn't.
Boss Bay right here. Look. And I love him. I love him though. You know what I'm saying? Like Boss Bays, they are essential to the ecosystem. You dig what I'm talking about? Yet and still, she stated that he knew who she were, meaning that he should have had a better awareness of her when he met her, but maybe he just liked her, right? And so if that's the case, she knew who he was when she met him. So just like him. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all getting together like that, that's all I'm saying. Like I ain't saying nothing crazy. I'm saying like if y'all getting together like that, just love up on one another. Maybe it'll go well. You don't look for the down parts, but down parts will come when it's like. But just love up on one another. But it seemed like it was something else going on. Let's go.
I was no longer in the adult industry when met Joe before I told him. So
Yeah, no, I was just saying that because when we was discussing the topic, I didn't have an idea you did music or adult films. We were just basing our conversation on a video that you put out. So right now,
that's what sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You're very pretty too as well. Let me ask you this.
Thank you.
No problem. So where do you see you guys saying that he's not home? And also I'll ask the next question now. What do you see? What's going on? Where you guys' relationship at right now?
He's just not talking to me. So honestly, I have no idea where it is. For me, it is I just want us to, talk it out, and I want to show him how, just I'm sorry that this is what is putting him back in the limelight and bringing, some opportunities to our door. But
let's pause right there. She just said that. She was trying to give an apology and it was backhanded. Can we be honest? She apologized that this was a circumstance that put him back in the limelight. Because in her mind, he was starving of the limelight. At least that's what it sounded like she was saying. But what I interpret that as, please don't, come on now. I'm just human, so I'm just interpreting stuff, right? Like anyone would, right? As I'm looking at it as a man, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, well, like, this kind of blew up. It got, out of hand, and it got away from them. And now it's in public consumption. So now he has to address it. And be it that was the reason that, whatever her initials, whatever thoughts as to why she felt that she needed to, go back to that lifestyle, it didn't include him on it. It could have been personal. It could have been superficial. It could have been internal. It could have been anything. It could have been pressures from a mother. It could have been any girlfriend, anywhere, any direction, right? It could have been financial woes. It could have been just stress, emotional stress. It could be hormonal. She's 52, so it could have been hot flashes. It could have been anything. Niggas don't care. They're gonna see that OnlyFans, man. It's a nigga online like that. They been talking about some. He put up a video talking about some. You know what I'm saying? He checked out baby girl OnlyFans, so we wouldn't have to. I'm like, good, because I ain't about to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and no shade, no tea. I swear to God, she's very beautiful, just like Cameron said. She's very beautiful. So with that being the case, man, we gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? We do understand that this is something that, she wanted to do. All right, let's go.
You taking credit, you put that nigga back in the limelight, you saying. Is that what you saying? And it's cool if you are, I'm just saying. You're like, yo, nigga, I put you.
Hey, look at them. Look, everybody had to have a moment just to, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You back in that limelight. Nobody was even thinking about you, nigga. If this post ain't go on, now people are thinking about you. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Because I haven't heard from Joe Smith in years. Yeah.
Right. And that's been my biggest thing. Like, you also heard me say in the video that I've been asking you for solutions. I've been looking for you to help me figure things out because I'm tired of figuring it out.
Hey, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Why buddy look like she on her OnlyFans right now? Like, hold on. Look like buddy. She's a beautiful lady. She's beautiful. We can't stunt on that. You know what I'm saying? Why she look like she trying to recruit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't cool.
And that's been my biggest thing. Like, you also heard me say in the video that I've been asking you for solutions. I've been looking, help me figure things out because I'm tired of figuring it out.
Absolutely.
I really, he's supposed to lead me. You know what I mean? And make a way and make sure that I'm secure and protected. And that's not what I feel. I feel like I have to fight or flight. And I'd rather fight for you than fight from you because I love you. So what do you want me to do?
What kind of financial destitute have y'all been in? Because in another video
Hey, that remind me of that song, man. Like, she a runner, she a track star. She go run away when they get hard. For real. There's be some women out there like that, man. Hey, fellas, you gotta check out for that. Not saying like, you know what I mean? Like you just cut them off, but you gotta check out like, all right, you know what I'm saying? This is how the day is gonna go. And, like those TikTok videos. I ain't getting none. All right, you pay your half, I pay mine, and we're, you know what I'm saying. I check you out. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, what I'm saying though is for real though. Like you do have to be aware of that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy, how have she dealt with circumstances in the past? Like, you know, they just like frustrated and always frustrated, or you know, they like to get amongst themselves and think out a plan, or do they like to follow, you know, what you see as a plan for them because it's what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you know what I'm saying? And so, shoot, now 2023, man, you got to stand on your square. You definitely got to stand on your square. And even if that means, like, you know what I'm saying, you love people from a distance, but you do got to stand on your square in 2023, man, for real.
Pardon me, I think it was TMZ, I'm not sure, where you was laying that, like, look, our back's been against the wall. And not only that, in the first video, you was like, I had jobs, I've been doing this. This isn't really paying the bills. So OnlyFans is breaking me off. What else have you been doing besides OnlyFans? And what have y'all been going through financially that you felt you had to do this?
Good questions.
Well, over the course of since we moved, well, before we moved to Georgia and California, I started Puppy Friends Social Club, and I had its official launch here in Georgia right before COVID, and that kind of threw a wrench in my program. I've had a bartending service called Cocktail Hour with Kiss since I've been here. I have
Bartenders. Hey, look, hey, you do have to check out for bartenders as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not just with your drinks on the tab. You gotta check out for them too. Like, all right. She cute. But if she, you know, trying to make me the best drink, I'm always trying to look at that. Like, I can make my own drink, baby girl. Like, what else can you do? Let's go.
a moving company called Major Movers and Cleaning, and then I also have a massage business called the Body Rub Babes.
Nice. Do the Body Rub Babes travel?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Are you one of the Body Rub Babes?
Yes.
Well, I have been, but
She's the
now
only
I
one.
kind of like kind of
Could you be
that she runs herself.
But if I wanted you to be one of my Body Rub Babes, like,
Look,
would you be a Body Rub Babe for me?
He trying to get contact on
Oh,
her
yeah,
LLC.
sure.
Okay, cool. Because I don't mean to be unprofessional or anything like that, but I can't stop looking at your cleavage. It's your cleavage is popping, babe. No, you can leave it how it was, man. You can leave it exactly how it was, man. Right now I'm thinking about cleavage and the Body Rub Babes, but don't cover her school.
It's like, you know.
Look,
Yeah,
that nigga
babe.
just flashed a smile. Look at that.
I'm sorry to get off track, man, but sorry about that, Kiss. We'll talk afterwards, but about the Body Rub Babes and everything else. But yeah, he just threw me off for a minute.
If it's not me, it'll be someone equally as beautiful, I promise.
I mean, yeah, I see why Joe is a little upset, and from at least the stomach up, you're sexy and gorgeous, to say the least. To say the least.
So yeah, I've started several businesses over the course of this time to try to help us out.
Hey, look, we're gonna get into a little bit more information, man. I think that's kind of pretty much it, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see real quick what this leads.
The one that threw the 18 million with him. Gotcha. They had numerous cars. They had
okay. All right. Yeah. My bad.
Houses in every city. You know.
Let's go back just a little bit for the next wife bitterness. I think Kim asked a good question and she just goes off. Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Right. Let me actually said that. And we talked about this not just with your situation, just professional athletes in general. You know, over Joe's career, he made 61 million, but then he said it equivalated to 18 million after people he made. Not only that, he hasn't been playing for a substantial amount of time. Did he invest right or put enough money away for you guys' security moving forward, or just a Kiss problem, or just a Smith as a family problem?
Okay, well, I'm not the first Mrs. Smith. No, Yolanda Smith was his first wife, and she was the one that threw the 18 million with him. They had numerous cars. They had like houses in every city. You know, I feel like she was a part of helping him mismanage his money because she ended up with most of it at the end of it anyway. Right. Like they had a $2.5 million house that she sold and supposed to give him money, but he didn't have money to fight for it. You know, she's fighting for more child support when he can barely put gas in his car, and she was getting 30,000. What was it? 3,000 per child at one point, or something crazy. And she was trying to go.
How does she know all this information? Look, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So, I think for the most part, man, I mean, the internet is a numbers game. Money is a numbers game. In terms of like, the actual amount of currency. You know what I'm saying? Um, likes is a numbers game. Popularity is a numbers game. When you are an individual that decides that you don't want to play the game like that, you know what I'm saying? You thinking outside the box. Not saying you inordinate, you're inoperable. Not saying that, you're incapable. None of that. Honestly, you're probably very capable. But you're just not playing the game according to the mandated rules. Then there will always be some level of pushback. You know what I mean? And let me put it like this, because there's various ways that you can think about this one concept. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are a person that's persistent and you're doing things that are magnificent, you're doing things that's like really dope on any level. Let's just start on the ground, grassroots level. You know what I'm saying? Your family, community, people you have contact with, mostly. You know, um, you're going to face some level of frustrations dealing with people. That's just how I go. Now, wife though, I think your wife is someone that has to be, an individual that is more so the most consistent thing in your life. Now, if we're talking about from a man's perspective, we already understand that just biology, biologically, is that a word? Biochemically, women have a certain level of disposition. Even with that being stated, from a man's point of view, he still has to find a woman that rocks with him. You Someone that he cares about, that he's gonna, do what he needs to do for. But she got to rock with him, because if someone, as this lady mentioned, that she has a bunch of businesses and other things to keep them afloat and stuff like that, and if Joe was going along with it, you know what I'm saying, then maybe that's the problem. Maybe we're not talking about the actual circumstance or the situation. Because if it's really a problem about, you know, just not having the finances and things like that, then I believe that most people should be able to have the ability just to talk with, the individual that they're dealing with, and make it work. I really truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? I really truly believe that. And I believe that for the simple fact that, when it really come down to it, we do have a purpose as to why that, we trying to raise our families a certain type of way, whatever, you know. But I'll state this real quick. If you don't have the level of structure and order that you necessarily need for your family to grow, and no shade, that's why the picture's gonna look like this when I pull it up. But you'll be a representation of this brother. All right. So let's speak about it though. We have to speak about it. And I want to speak about it because at the same time, someone can benefit from these thoughts. I've heard that you can't turn the hoe into a housewife. I've heard that you shouldn't even try. But some of these individuals, who are looking for marital options, what do they have to choose from? I'm not saying women be better. I'm not saying men be better. I'm not saying shit like that right now. What I'm simply saying is just look at the facts about it. What are the options that people have to choose from if they're trying to build something substantial? There's so much distrust in one community, that it almost imbalances the whole world, and they think that some other individuals from an ethnic background have a thorough lineage, to the one and true and living God, I guess, in the sense of Jesus Christ, right? So all that I'm really stating in this one situation is, again, we definitely have to pay attention. Like some of the older cats, they had to learn later on in life. They probably didn't have a individual showing them what was right or what was wrong that they could learn from, you know. Or it was more so like, okay, like you just didn't have no depictions of it because your mother could never really lock somebody down like that to even give you an example. It happens, let's be honest. Or we're just seeing all the wrong things. I'm talking about as young men, in terms of young men picking a wife. This is no, but young men picking a wife. It's necessary to be able to know who you're marrying. I mentioned on a previous video, pay attention to the mother. You know what I'm saying? You do got to look at the family because you do marry the family. I didn't know that when I was young, when I first got married. I didn't, I, I'm not saying I didn't know it. I wasn't aware because I didn't think about it. It's not something that I've seen before. You know what I'm saying? I was doing something that was original and authentic, to my unique upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like people didn't get married like that. I didn't see nobody get married like that. So, when you have enough fearlessness to go through those things, then yeah, you will be taxed the more. But that's because, with great responsibility comes great accountability, really. And that's another thing that people don't think about. So let's even say, like, okay, if the man want to be big man and he want to take care of the household, it comes with great accountability, even to him. Even if the woman is there and she's doing what she does, and da 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 da, it comes to him first. A lot of people don't understand that. It comes to the man. The man is the one that's standing there taking those shots first. Now, if the man is removed, then that woman may be getting those shots head on, and that's when she feels as if like, oh, this is too hard. I don't know how, like, I can make it. But she didn't think about the same fact that just previously there was someone who was shielding her from those shots, but someone was taking those shots. But once that person is removed, then those shots are direct and head on. Now it becomes overwhelming. And I've seen this. I've seen this in real life. I've seen it play out before. It's a video. I think I mentioned it before, previously. A video that we're going to review on this channel that speaks about, how the black man was removed from the household due to the necessity. It was a necessity of welfare or Section 8 housing or, things like that. So it was a necessity. But let's be honest, some people took advantage because we're still seeing that implementation of how people can be sucked into a system that was implemented then that's still and increasingly growing now, where you can even have like far right conservatives speaking about the overuse of welfare and the welfare state and things of that nature. It's become a talking point within politics on a national scale. Hell, one of the Bushes, George H.W. Bush, ran off of the welfare queen when Brett Favre actually turned out to be a welfare queen just in 2021, 2, 3, whatever, when he had that welfare scam where he was getting money from the state in Mississippi. That's where he's from. And it wasn't being given to the poor residents in that state, federal funding. So it was being usurped to some ex-NFL player who was washed up, and now he's stealing money to build I believe, a volleyball stadium for his daughter at SMU, something like that. I don't know. Y'all look it up. But what I'm stating though is that like you have to be the man that you say that you are. Be politics. They're gonna try to make it out to seem something different, and we are in an election year. I'm gonna leave it right there, man. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. This is Lozart, man. Mr. One and Only. Anybody, this is Lozart. South side of Chicago. Everybody just call me Low. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, man. We do good business out here. And we're going to keep these videos rocking. Again, we got to think about what's important out here. We got to think about what's important out here. And we got to protect ourselves from this.